And we live, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 23, TTE Talks, Week 11 NFL Review. We got a special for y'all this week. We're going double NFL
Double
episodes
NFL.
today and Thursday because it's Turkey Day, man. They play football on
Turkey
Turkey
Day.
Day. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we might even have some live footage from Vita at a turkey bowl running somebody over.
No, not this year.
No, not this year.
No, I'm saving all my energies to hoop when we in Vegas, baby.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All my
Hey,
energy to hoop, baby.
if y'all don't know, Vita's a ESPN superstar. Hey, are you on YouTube? Hold on,
It is on there. I don't
it's
know where though.
it's on YouTube, man. We gonna find it. I'm gonna have it for y'all for the Thanksgiving episode. We gonna have Vita's running up. He caught a pig, ran
Hey,
somebody
y'all gonna
over,
see Deuce on the video. Y'all gonna see
housed
Deuce
it.
on the video.
Did he crack somebody?
Nah.
So,
If you watch it, like in the beginning of the clip, you'll see him get off the ball. He got his little work, but then I was like, man, you got off hot and you kind of slowed up a little bit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You did enough though.
he did.
Matter of fact, I found it right here. Let me pull this up for everybody, man. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Everybody gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this man, bro.
Hey, where is it?
Look.
Hey, y'all gonna see? I don't know if y'all can see Deuces in the beginning. He's got on the D line.
Oh yeah. He's right there with the
White,
orange. With the orange.
not white. He's got on like a
White
white
on
gray
white.
shirt. Yeah, he's on D line like a white. I don't think you can see him good from the starting angle, but he's on there.
Are we gonna play this too? Y'all probably not gonna get no sound because I don't feel like situating that. Because I didn't know I was gonna play this till right now. Let's take a look. We got a play by play.
I gotta see if you can find it. If I can find him.
Ooh. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, Deuce on the left side. Deuce on the left side of the line. Yeah, Deuce was on the left side of the line, bro.
I want to know what this man in front of you was thinking. Look at this. Oh, he didn't even try to wrap up.
Yeah, Deuce was on the left side of the line, bro.
He didn't even try. We can run that back. This man didn't even want to wrap up. He put his shoulder down, thinking he was gonna knock you out back.
Hey, somebody had me dying laughing on the comments. They said there's just a regular old lady on the side power walking, just minding her own business, bro.
Bro, that guy didn't look like he wanted to tackle you. He just
Look,
tried to get out the way.
What is? I see Deuce.
Nah.
He's like over here.
Yeah. I can't see where we at right now, but if you ran it through to the end, when they bring it back, you'll see Deuce like clear as day. He's on the left side of the line. He gets in right after I touch it. You see him down, like
Yeah.
you'll see him when the camera comes back.
Big old lurpy dude. Deuce.
See, dude.
He said,
But man, that's gonna be our highlight. That's our beginning of the episode highlight from Turkey Bowl. We're gonna find some more for y'all. But we're gonna pass it over to Palu. He got a new segment for us.
yeah.
What's up?
On the spot, man. It's just some random questions that you just got to answer on the spot, man.
On
That's
the
all it is.
spot.
All right, man. First one. What are 3 things you can't live without? Materialistic.
Materialistic?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Materialistic. My Xbox.
Man, 3 things. Would a car be one? Like car would count? Like a vehicle would count?
I think that's essential. That's essential, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like essential. But in a sense, like it's
not a lot of people have cars though.
Not a lot of people
That's
have
true.
cars. I gotta have a car. I gotta have some form of transportation though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with
even
car
though
also.
Even though like one of our cars been messed up and I've been having to Uber a little bit to work just to get there, and the more I Uber, the more weirder people I get. Yeah, hell no. So yeah, a vehicle was one. A vehicle is definitely one. 2.
I could roll a vehicle. That'll be my second.
2 would have to be TV or Xbox. If that has to be separate, one or the other, TV or Xbox. And definitely my phone, because I take my phone to work, so I need it. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to like watch my videos and stuff throughout my shift. Oh man, yeah, I'd be done.
Yeah, I could do that. I think I'm gonna go with my Xbox because, bruh, I must play. Like that's my getaway. Like I need to get my
Yeah,
mind away from the day.
Hmm.
Car, bro. I've been without a car before. It sucked. Plus, I'm that type of dude where if everybody's carpooling, I want to drive. Nope, I'm driving myself, so I can leave whenever I
yeah,
want.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
I need to leave on my terms.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then yeah, would I say my phone? My headphones. My headphones. I could do it on my phone because I went what like 3 months without social media and I
Yeah,
was cool. My only entertainment was the chat with y'all. But I'll figure out how to link up with y'all. I gotta have my headphones,
yeah.
man.
I think mine will be my Xbox, like you said, as a getaway. My second one will be a Disney pass because I enjoyed that with my
Oh,
girlfriend.
facts. You're always on Disney if you're not on the game.
Yeah, and then my last one is my IPAs, man. No one drinks.
You're the IPA.
No one drinks
Facts.
same as me, man. So I gotta
Them
have that. So
facts. This man sending a new picture of a new IPA every time he drinking
Oh
one.
yeah,
yeah, man. So those are the three for me.
Speaking of, it's 7 episodes. You're gonna have to hook us up with one.
yep, yep.
Facts.
Episode 30.
30, episode
Next
30.
one. What food will you absolutely not, under any circumstance, eat?
Ooh, not eat under any circumstance.
You go first. Tofu. No
Tofu.
use for no use for that. I don't put sauce on it. It's still not good.
We're not talking about nothing like extremist, like some random concoction. It's like a random ingredient, right?
Yeah,
You
just
know, like
like any.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I've never even thought about trying tofu. At first, I was like relish. I
Hmm.
think I might have to go. Yeah, I don't think you could ever make me eat tofu. But I also had like my wife would try to do vegan stuff, and she might do like jackfruit. Ever had like
Hmm.
jackfruit? Yeah,
Yeah.
That
she
mug
tried to change.
stink. That mug
Yeah, she tried
stinks
to
so
switch it up and
bad.
make. Yeah, one day she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make chicken nuggets," and then I bit into it and I spit it out because I thought it was bad. She's like, "I guess jackfruit." I said, "Yeah, nah, I'm good, bro." Said they'll never touch olives. Kikuchi said they'll never touch olives. Never
Damn.
touch olives. I wouldn't do olives either. But like a single condiment, relish. But yeah, tofu. Since you said tofu, yeah, I like you. You have to go out my way to even make me think about that.
This because I was in the Philippines, bro. I ate it before because when in Rome, you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying? But look, it's fermented egg. Like it's basically half born chicken.
yeah. That don't even
Oh
sound right.
hell
That don't even
no.
sound right.
Never again. Never again.
Yeah, that don't
That
Only
sound right at
question.
all.
that
Can I
or
can I add on
jackfruit.
something to that? What
Yeah,
what is a condiment you don't like?
condiment I
Ooh,
don't like.
condiment.
So like if I was to take a hot dog and be like, yo, boom, what do you not want on here? Like I'm gonna do chili, I'm
Sweet
gonna do cheese, but like
sweet relish
relish
is
and mustard, yeah,
sweet relish is good.
relish and mustard is a no go for me, bro. I
I,
can't do
I
it.
I like mustard too though, so I don't know. I
No
think I like
relish,
it.
no kit, no.
Mustard on pepperoni pizza's bomb. Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh, good
You
God,
said
bro.
mustard on pepperoni pizza.
Hey,
What?
don't knock it till you try it, bro. That's
God
we gonna have to add that into an episode where
dog.
everybody gonna try some awkward mixes that everybody tell you
I'm
pepperoni pizza
no no no
mustard.
no no no.
That's tough.
It sound weird. It sound weird. It's
It
delicious.
does.
That's
Condiment.
tough.
That's
I don't
trifling.
know.
That's trifling.
Hey, mayonnaise. Too much mayonnaise? No. Nope.
Okay, yeah, too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta have a very very light layer of man. If I ain't got mayonnaise, if I got mayonnaise and ranch, I'm putting ranch on first. That's gonna be my layer of sandwich.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. Mayonnaise is kind of my go-to.
Nah, I can't do
uh,
mayonnaise. Can't do mayonnaise.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, no relish, no ketchup. So ketchup I could tolerate, but it has to be like
You say you dry
first
dogging
over
the hot
last.
dogs, bro?
Yeah, bro. Hey, my hot dogs is simple: chili and cheese, and maybe like sriracha. I'm cool. Yeah, I could do like creamy sriracha. Like beyond that, I'm good, man.
I just ketchup mustard that thing. Throw some
Yeah,
onions on there,
nah,
maybe.
not me.
Is jelly a condiment?
I would say so. It's kind of like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sandwich. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I would say so. I'm
yeah.
not gonna be that specific.
I
I'd
don't, I
say
don't,
so.
I don't really like jelly like that, honestly.
Nah, not even
True.
peanut butter and jelly.
Nah, I don't really like it like that.
Nah, understandable. Understandable.
All right,
We got
next
next.
one. What is your biggest regret that you don't mind doing again?
God. Okay. What is the biggest regret you don't mind doing again?
Hmm.
I'll go first. Me switching to Apple. That's just me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you would switch again to Apple? Is what you
I
saying?
would switch it. Yeah, I would switch again.
Okay, okay.
But it is a regret though, because I kind of like Android more. But it's all good. I'll do it again. You know what I
I
mean?
I was hardcore Android until Serena had me finally convinced me switch over. I won't go back.
Biggest regret that you won't mind doing again.
Damn, that's a good
All
question.
right, y'all. This is gonna sound superficial. This is gonna sound superficial as hell. And it's because it's kind of I feel like it's kind of along the line. I wore a fresh pair of all white Air Forces to Worlds of Fun, which is our amusement park, fresh out the box. And I was
An
at Worlds
amusement
of Fun.
park?
I was amusement park, roller coaster ride. I had force fields and everything. I was like, it was 4th of July. I was trying 16, trying to get the girls. I was 16, trying to get them. Fresh pair of Air Force Ones to the amusement park, man. I was like, I won't forget that because what went from us thinking we was gonna be there for like 4 hours, end up us being there from open until close and beyond. Because one
Damn,
of my
that's like
homies worked.
12,
That was
14 hours.
14 hours because they have a thing over here at Worlds of Fun. I forgot what the name of it was, but if you have employees, once a month, like they open up a certain section of the amusement park for like an extra 2 hours for their employees plus one. You know what I'm saying? So we end up staying the entire day through that. And when I got done with those forces, I was like, hey, you cutting grass? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Biggest regret
Cutting
that I
grass
would
and
do
everything.
again. Dang, that's tough. All right, back in high school, right? Me, Tua, me and Tua, we was kicking with this dude at the time. You know what I'm saying? He's an older cat, and so he was talking shit to us, right? Talking shit to us at the beach. Tua was faded. I thought Tua was tripping, so I had to I had to choke Tua out. But that's not the biggest regret. The biggest regret. We was in Bosa Chica Beach. We live in Long Beach. Probably you know how far that is.
Yes.
That's like an hour and a half, maybe an hour drive with no traffic, mid traffic.
No traffic? Oh, God.
We beat his ass. We beat his ass and we sabotaged his car.
Yeah.
He called and got a ride home. Me and Tua had to foot it home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hell
Bruh,
no.
2 hours into our walk back to Long Beach,
I mean, it was worth
my
it, bro.
feet was done. But I'll do it
Oh,
all
no.
over again.
It do
Oh,
it all
no.
over again.
I'll beat that dude ass all over again.
Heck nah.
Uh,
Hey, X two. I didn't know this, but X Deuce and Sepha about when they ran around and stole somebody's president signs out of front yards.
Oh,
Y'all get a chance? I think they were stealing Trump signs out of people's front yards, bro, or somebody's
that's
signs out of front yards,
the
bro.
vote for
that's
Trump
tough.
signs.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Oh
man,
my,
yeah, yeah.
that's
They were
tough.
stealing signs.
the
Ask them.
menace.
Next time, ask because I found out about it after. Deuce is a wild dude, bro. You know, hey, Deuce got some stories, bro.
He'd be a
Hey, I
perfect one to
forgot about
ask
it.
this question.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Save it for later. We get to Deuce later
We
on
we go
special
we gonna run this
debatables with
back
Deuce.
when we gonna run this back when we
Yeah,
got Deuce on the episode.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, next one. Which holiday would you erase altogether from all calendars?
Columbus Day.
Columbus Day. Yeah, it was. I was trying to think. Yeah, Columbus Day could go.
Columbus Day gotta go. I might even wipe Thanksgiving for real, for real.
Yeah,
One of those two gotta go.
Nah, Columbus Day.
Columbus, your goofy ass did not find America. You did not find
Facts.
the United States of America, bro. Like the fact that they still celebrating this in school, this getting whole political, but you a fraud. You just like the Bills. You fake.
He said by Mother's Day. Oh, by Mother's Day.
Dang, he said by Mother's Day. Oh, that's tough.
By Mother's Day. Hey, just me and young Jaden raising my kids, mom and dad.
Oh man.
Which one would you get rid of, Paula?
Oh man, it was close between Columbus Day and Valentine's. I don't know.
Bruh. I'm with you,
Right.
dog.
Okay, so let me go ahead.
Like, there's so much expectations for Valentine's. Like I'm with you. So I don't know why we have to add an extra day to that bull crap, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So
man. So for me, Valentine's Day is never a big. So like, my wife is super low maintenance. So like, that stuff really goes by. So I get a fly. Like with Mother's Day, I get a fly. Like even anniversaries, it's kind of like she's super low maintenance. So I'm glad like I got who I got because those aren't nothing. Yes,
Same.
Columbus Day could go. Now, I will not get rid of Thanksgiving, not for the food, but for the 2 paid holidays. I'm not getting rid of Thanksgiving.
Back to back?
Yeah, back to back.
Back
For
to
the 2
back.
paid holidays. This is
right,
the best time of the year because you get the 2 for Thanksgiving, 2 for Christmas, 2 for New Year. You got people just running up vacation now. So yeah, I can't give it like that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Another holiday that becomes extremely overrated for me is 4th of July. There's no need for me for 4th of July.
Oh,
So
Seven put some reasoning in there. He said if women have a problem with that, then they gotta realize the placement of Father's Day, we get no love.
yeah,
Father's Day is like I forgot what it's like the 10th or 7th or something like that most popular holiday. Like Halloween's in front of that.
Yeah.
There's hella holidays in front of it. We're just like what?
Yeah.
But we gonna run that.
All right, last one. What was the best phase of your life?
Ooh, the best phase of your life. Damn. I gotta say high school, man. For me, from like all of high school, I'm not even just gonna say high school, like a specific year. Freshman year, all the way to senior year, cause like I had all my brothers, like my extended brothers, my brother's brothers, like we was all in one state.
Yeah.
Bro, we all lived in one house. My Auntie Mary's house. Shout out to my Auntie Mary. That's my second mama. Bro, all the boys stayed in the back house in the garage. There were 7 of us in there. There were 9 of us in there. That was the time of our life, bro. Walk to the park down the street, 3-4 blocks to hoop. Running from gunshots down at Coolidge Park, bro.
Yeah. So if I had to pick
Coolidge Park,
we stayed like 3 blocks from that.
If I had to pick a short period that wasn't like a couple, like it would have to be right when Cepha moved back down from Seattle to KC. And then it was like right middle of my football senior year season. Cepha wasn't allowed to. Well, he could have played, but it was like it really was a waste for him to play because they was like, oh, you gotta have this many practices. So like after my football season and basketball season got done, probably from right after basketball, me, him, Deuce, and all the homies was kicking it. Like we was kicking it. And then that went over to when I went to go hoop at college for the year. Like that year and a half right there was hella fun. Like we was always doing something, always out kicking it. And then they like their games. It was always fun at that time. So that time was definitely fun.
Yeah, man. Seth said high school. That said high school, living a life carefree, no bills.
No bills. But we used to really like. So it was fun. You know, what I'm saying we used to really raw dog life. We used to leave the house, no phone, no nothing, no nothing, and just come back home. Even like dudes
like nothing happened. Like everything all the
Facts.
shenanigans that you done did,
yeah.
bruh. You just come right back to the crib, shower,
Even one dude
chill,
said he
eat,
was
go
like, "Yo,
sleep.
marriages was if your husband worked from 6 a.m. to 6, you would not hear from him until he came back in the driveway at 6. So if something happened to the kids at 11, you was just out of luck until he got home. That's crazy. Yeah, that part was fun.
I think mine was just right after high school. Yeah, just college. I think you were just your own person at that
Yeah.
Oh
point.
yeah,
So it was good being free for a cool minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
college, man.
So,
College was stressful for me, bruh.
facts.
Cause I had so I was living in Long Beach. I started going to Pasadena, bro. You know how far Pasadena is? I had to catch
Yes.
the blue line to the red line to the green line, and then catch 2 buses to get to the damn school, bro. Yeah, that shit was stressful, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That concludes on the spot the new segment for this week, man.
On the
Gonna be on
spot.
Tuesdays.
Okay, I like
But
that
you
segment.
answer the
That's
question
good
on
though.
Thursday. You can re-answer the question on Thursday when they on. You can answer on Thursday since you forgot about it
All
for
right.
today. We'll give a little more. So
Thanks.
Thursday when they on, we can all go
I'll
back to the
remind
question.
you when we on Apex.
All right,
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll go back. We'll go back. Y'all ready to
All
get
right,
to it?
Yes, sir.
NFL time.
we hopping in
Yes.
week 11 review. I'm gonna throw the scores from week 11 up on the screen so y'all can see them. Visual is basically breaking it down from the Thursday game all the way into the Monday night game that happened yesterday. So where y'all fellas want to start? You want to start with the Patriots?
Yeah, we could just walk down the line. We got
Okay.
Patriots, Falcons.
Patriots Falcons 25-0. Mac Jones.
It'll be very, very honest with you. I think the score. I don't think none of us is shocked by the score. But I
No.
mean, Atlanta is just a team where they're just like Matt Ryan. I still think he's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's not, MVP Matt, but he's still better than a lot of people around the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley, you didn't expect this. That first, handle your mentals, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But again, when we was predicting the team, we predicted their success to be off of his presence. He's not there, so now they're starting to see like you've been losing the last couple games because after a couple weeks of seeing you without a guy, teams see tendencies and this and that start to expose that. So yeah, I'm not shocked at that, but we did have the conversation before. I was like, yo, Patriots is going to be a team. We all know great coaches is better at the end of the year. Belichick's not going to repeat a average year from last year, a COVID year where everything was slanted. You give him a full off season with everything. His team's going to get better as they go. They're just Belichick dangerous. He has them doing the things that they need to do to win. So Mac Jones is still barely throwing for 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? So like I just wanted that's something I remember. Like Mac Jones isn't putting up huge numbers. Just they got their team right.
I think we gotta talk about his efficiency, man. He's making all the right
Yeah.
throws, making all the right decisions. I think Bill Belichick is putting him in a position where it's like you ain't gotta win the game. Just throw the right passes. Like it's all drawn out for you. Yeah. It's all drawn out for you. They're gonna be open. Just throw the ball. Throw it where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta talk about those running backs, man. Damian Harris or Ramondre Moore. Like who is Ramondre Stevenson, bro? Like who is this dude?
He's the pillar for. He's the proof. There's no such thing as a bad running back in the league. Bill is the absolute proof. There's no such thing as a bad running back in the league. You just have to, be good up front and give a good running back just a little space, and a good running back is going to get you 3-4 when you do it right. So, yeah, man, LeGarrette Blount used to come off in week 12 and go run the football for them for a Super Bowl. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's Bill, man. It's Bill.
Plus, I think the league the last couple of years has been so pass heavy that the teams that are getting back to the basics of running the ball, the defenses just ain't built. They ain't built for that. They ain't built to stop it.
They're not.
Like you got edge rushers. I mean, not too long ago was the Eagles running a wide 9, which was the stupidest, the dumbest front 7 thing you could ever do with anything.
Yeah, that wide 9 was wild.
I need to emphasize that. But Ollie, man, let's hear from you going with the Colts and the Bills. Some people are calling it an upset. I picked them in our pick'ems last week. The Colts
Yeah.
to upset the Bills, man. But what you got with the Colts and the Bills? What do you think about the Colts come up and them getting healthy and starting to make moves?
I mean, man, they gotta do it again, man. They gotta make up for all the bad losses they had in the beginning of the year. So they have the Bucks this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they win against the Bucks, man, it just solidifies them in the playoffs. Honestly, in my opinion, this Bills game, I kind of see it coming. I picked the Bills because of their defense, but they just ran it up on them. They just couldn't stop the run whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know. Bills are probably the most overrated team right now since the year began.
Ooh.
So, honestly.
Yeah. They clearly didn't learn their lesson from last year.
No.
They didn't learn their lesson from last year. It was get your line together, be cool, but protect Josh Allen from himself and run the football sometimes. And it just don't seem like they just don't want to do it. It don't.
Besides their defense, like offensively, they're really inconsistent, and they have to pay the Patriots twice, and they're on a roll right now. I don't know if you want to go to the Patriots right now with that.
So we tried to play off the week 1 loss to the Steelers and be like, yo, it's week 1. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's Mike Tomlin, it's TJ Watt, it's week 1. You lose to Jacksonville, you now are dominated by the Colts.
Did they lose to the Jets?
No, they lost to the Titans.
Oh, the Titans.
Titans, and they lost to the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they truly are overvalued. I think it's because the games where they are supposed to win, they blow people out. Then you lose a game where you're not supposed to lose to the Jags, and we're like, it happens only because the rest of the league has been folding.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys haven't been better than what we thought you were coming in. And so now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't think they're not a good team. I don't think they're not a playoff team. I just think, again, they're leveled out, and I think they're figured out.
It's all going back to play calling for them, man. Like, you called this out in the last NFL session. Everybody that's running the ball is equating to success, right? Like, the Titans are without Derrick Henry. They're still committed to running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they played, the Texans last week?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, sticking to the core of who they are, running the ball, and time of possession is something else, man. I don't think people fully take into account the fact that, like, you got the defense on the field for 30 minutes of the game.
30 minutes of the game. 35 minutes of the game.
30, 40 minutes of the game. Like, the TJ Watts, the JJ Watts, the Myles Garrett of the league, the Aaron Donald of the league, they're not going to be as effective if they're on the field 45 minutes.
Yep.
And I mean, it shows here. Jonathan Taylor ended up with 5 touchdowns. Hell of a game for that guy. I think he scored like 70 fantasy points.
Yeah. So I'm So we did our power rankings last week, right?
Yep.
Would this be a win enough for you to say? Because I know the Bills was over the Colts because Colts was 10. Is this enough of a win in a statement for the Colts and how they've been trending and for how the Bills have been trending, even though we're not doing it right now? Would this be enough for you to say right now you just think overall the Colts are a better team than Buffalo?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you if you think about what the Colts had to do, they didn't have to tap into Carson Wentz's playmaking ability. For the last 2 weeks, they've ran that ball. 3 weeks ago, Carson Wentz was throwing 3-4 touchdowns. Like, he needed to. That's what they needed. That's what they did. These last 2 weeks, man, it's been, Jonathan Taylor, you're the best back in the league.
Yep.
Run it up.
Yeah, the first couple of losses they got was just offensively inconsistent. Now they're picking up the offense with Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor, and it's rolling.
Yep.
Their defense is good, but they're just on the field too much because of their offense. But now it's changed around for them. So
yeah, I think they were without Michael Pittman. I'm not sure. I think he got hurt. But being without him, I think is going to be a big key going forward because he was one of the go-to targets for Carson Wentz. But he still has Jack Doyle, and he's known to be a tight end. He's known to be a tight end dude. Him and Zach Ertz had a hell of a connection in Philly. But going down to the Bills, man, are we surprised with this? With the last minute ruling out of Lamar Jackson, he was sick. We surprised with the Tyler Huntley coming out and winning against the Bears on the road?
Yes and no, because I'm just Matt Nagy is just
Matt Nagy
horrible.
is buns, but the Ravens don't lose in the preseason either, and he's their quarterback in the preseason. So it's not like he was missing anything. I do think the fact that they came back like that and won, you know what I'm saying, was kind of like, yo, my God, you know what I'm saying, you definitely, like, I had to hit up my Chicago homie, and he was like, yeah, bro, gotta go. He was like, forget the Thursday game, fire him now. Y'all hear about the Bulls chants? In the Bulls Stadium last night at the Bulls game. At the Bulls game, they were chanting "Fire Nagy." Bro,
you in a whole nother sport getting your job called for.
Sport, bro. I see one. I don't know if y'all know that comedian that do the voiceover, Tony Barker. He was like, yo, I feel like the Bulls, saw the pain going on in my life and was like, yeah, man, we're gonna look out for you. We're gonna take care of you. He was like, and then the Bears was like, to hell with your pain. We're gonna make it worse. It was just like, man, like, yeah, they're just, that city's just going through it, man. Real quick, y'all think Chicago's a football city or a basketball city?
Basketball city.
Basketball.
I think before, I want to say before '91, they were definitely a football city. Like that Bears defense, everything about the Bears. They was just, but I think after '91, going into '92, '93 season, bro, that all changed.
Never been the same.
Yeah,
never been the same.
Yeah,
you seeing more basketball players come out of Chi-Town than you are anything else.
Facts.
But
there's an article that's saying there's players that want Nagy out from the Bears. So eventually he's going.
Yeah, they said he lost the locker room. Like he absolutely lost the locker room.
Who's replacing him? Is it one of the offensive coordinator?
Offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, whoever.
Going to be the interim coach going into the offseason, and then they'll figure it out from there.
Yeah.
I think the GM's going to have to take some fault too.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
They might have to do a whole clean house deal.
I mean, now's the best time to do it, right? Like you got an aging Khalil Mack, you got a young offense, you got a young quarterback. Why not go and establish your identity right now? Clean house. You got a lot of candidates out there that are more than capable of taking those jobs.
I think they're trying to fight too because the Giants have their pick. Like you said, right now, the worse the Bears is, the better the Giants pick is. So I think they're trying to fight that case.
All right, man. Moving on to a winless team, barely losing. Another close game for the Lions, man. Like every game for the Lions, every single game for the Lions, aside from a few blowouts, have been within a touchdown. Nothing different from here, right? Like I saw that video you posted about what's the name, talking about
Colin talking about Baker.
About Baker being hurt, not looking like himself, and I mean,
Colin. I'm not gonna say Collins hated Baker, but he's told it straight. He's the white version of me when it comes to Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? It's the white version of like Baker. Baker is exactly who he is, and I hope when people see that video, like they don't miss the point that like Colin gave a strategic answer on how to fix the situation in a short term. You're gonna lose to the Ravens anyway. You got a bye week. Let Baker chill. Just give him 2 weeks. Like just give him 2 weeks. But like, yo, you can't go out. We got a bye week, and then come back and go make a fight for the playoffs. Because you guys not making the playoffs is a complete failure.
Yeah.
So give us a fighting chance. A healthy Baker. Like you said, you could look in that game and be like, yo, he wasn't healthy. He looked bad.
Shoulder bad, knee bad, ankle bad.
And you almost lost by 3. I mean, you only won by 3. Bro, you probably could have put Case Keenum in that game and came out the same that you won, bro. Yeah. So you might have, like, that. I like that video specifically because he didn't just complain about somebody. He gave a solution, and it was a solution that I would agree with. Take Case to Baltimore. If you're gonna lose, lose. But you got the chance to 2 weeks to get healthy and to have 5 fresh games. You can't make it through them last 5 games fresh. Hey Baker, we'll holler at you later, my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Plus, I mean, if you look at the team, the way the team is built, Nick Chubb is healthy. Kareem Hunt should be coming back soon. They're not built around Baker's arm.
They're not.
Right? Yeah. That's why they were comfortable letting Odell go, because it's like, we're not built around our receivers. We got some amazing receivers. Jarvis Landry's a dude. You know what I'm saying? Njoku's a dude. Like, they got team though. They got dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not who they are.
Games. Yeah, it's the fancy who calls good games, bro. Like the coach isn't no slack. He's a really good coach. I feel like he is. They're beat up. They're beat up and it's showing. You know what I'm saying? And you got the chance now to be like, hey, just let's regroup. Let's regroup and finish strong and not go through the rest of this limping. So that's what I would do. Now I would ask y'all, if the Lions was to go winless, would you fire the head coach?
No.
I wouldn't.
That's their problem. They're firing their coach too soon. They're not. It's just a new scheme every year for them. They're not gonna. Like they're not gonna get any better.
How long was what's his face coach there? 2-3 years.
Who? Which one?
Before this coach. The Patriots.
Patricia.
Yeah.
I think he was there for 2 years. Just 2 years.
Like you had 2 years with Matt Stafford. Integrated a whole new system. You got some young running backs. They drafted DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and they had Johnson. I think Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, like you have a hell of a running back in DeAndre Swift. Like, this dude is a workhorse. Again, there's no bad running back, but he gives you the ability to move to the slot. You can come out the backfield. Not a lot of backs can do that these days. You know? But you put in a new system in every year, so it's like. And I mean, granted, we got a whole session about the Lions at the end that we're gonna get into.
Yeah.
Still,
I'll wait till we get there to talk about that. I'll wait till we get there. But we'll get there to double back.
That'll take us over to the Texans. The Texans actually beat the Titans this week. They got back.
I didn't know Tyrod Taylor came back.
Yeah, they got back Tyrod, and I think that was all the difference. That is all the difference, 100%. Right? Like,
he was back last week against the Dolphins.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, they almost lost the locker room with that Mark Ingram trade.
Facts.
Because, bro, dudes was upset. It was like, what are you doing? Who's your number one running back now? Like Phillip Lindsay?
Yeah, they got Lindsay.
He got cut.
He got cut?
Oh, wow.
He got cut today.
Today?
So David Johnson.
Oh, wow.
That's
so
tough.
David Johnson.
Hey, they about to make a move. They're about to make a move. I didn't think they would cut him, but if you're telling me you're going to cut both of them today, I think Deshaun's going to be going really fast come the offseason.
Oh, yeah. Come the offseason, absolutely.
Yeah, come the offseason, I think they're going to lower the price, get what they could get so that they can have a full plan going into draft and everything.
They might just invest in Tyrod and just say, yo, you are due for the next 2 years.
2. Give him 2. Give him 2 years. Taylor Heineke. Give him 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop shortchanging these guys.
Absolutely. Give him 2 years. Give him a whole offseason in without any quarterback battles in the first team offense. Let him run it. Taylor Heineke got heart. There's not a lot of people that I can say got heart right now. Like,
if the Texans are doing that, that's just a telltale for me. Like the Bears now, it's like, hey, they're already planning for the offseason and they're trying to get ahead. I don't think the head coach goes nowhere. I think Tyrod, you should give him 2 more years, like we said, and you should just take your rebuild on head first.
All right, so here's a question, and we might spend a little bit of time on this, but where is Deshaun Jackson going, or Deshaun Watson? Where is Deshaun Watson going? It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like, where in the world is Deshaun Watson going?
I still think he makes it to Miami.
I've been saying that he should go to the Giants because I think they have more to offer for him, honestly.
So if he goes to Miami, you bring over Tua, you sitting Tua behind Tyrod? Because we talking about giving Tyrod 2 years.
I would do it still on rookie deal. You could even allow him the time to chill another year.
Yes, because
Tyrod do his thing.
Tua's rookie year, he didn't even sit the whole year. He came in halfway through. So this year, like if he does do that behind Tyrod, it's beneficial for him, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
So going to New York, what does that look like? Granted, I don't think they're going to be trading Daniel Jones as a part of that trade. Like I don't think he's going to be quarterback for quarterback. There's going to be some picks.
Daniel will be done. I think they would just take the picks.
Yeah.
I think they would
Deshaun
just
Watson
take the picks.
in New York.
Wait. They would take the picks, and they would probably want to take somebody like Jabril Peppers and Leonard Williams.
Ooh.
One of those, yeah.
Because
he does have a big contract.
And the only reason why I know this is because the offer sheet that they asked for from Carolina was Jeremy Chin, Brian Burns, and picks.
That's tough. That's tough.
Because they said their issue was we want rookies playing at a high level. They didn't want contracts. They were like, we want rookie players playing at a high level. So they were like, you're either going to give us a lot of picks in this player, or you're going to give us all of these players and no picks. So everybody was like, hell no.
Or we just ain't giving you nothing because
exactly.
we ain't trying to trade for a quarterback that might not play this year.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, yeah, once they said that, they were like, nah. Because Burns and Chin are people they drafted and who are their home. So they're like, nah, they're not going nowhere. But they said they either want all your picks or they want promising young players on rookie deals. Jabril Peppers, Leonard Williams will be two people off the New York Giants defense that they were like, yeah, we'll take them.
This is why I'm so glad that Jalen Hurts is playing the way he is, and that our coach evolved this far into the season, going away from the spread offense and running the ball.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole lot of talk about Deshaun Watson coming to Philly, and I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want you, dog. Like, no,
yeah,
I don't need that.
I hate how people don't give people a true chance.
Facts.
Like, and even if Jalen is a mid-tier quarterback, it's proven through his career he's a winner. Facts. So you take the cheap winner. Cheap winner. It's just logical, bro. He won at Alabama. He won at Oklahoma. He's doing like, bro. You don't believe that.
It's like we ain't gotta pay him for another 2 years, man.
2
Like,
years.
Why would you even question? You got a new head coach.
Yeah.
You got a new second-year quarterback. You got a young running back in Miles Sanders, Boston behind him.
Yep.
Like you got what's his name? Smith. You got what the hell's his name? I don't know why I can't even think of his name right now.
Which one?
Receiver.
Devontae
Smith. I don't know. I was thinking Deontay Smith, but Devontae Smith. You got some young receivers. Dallas Goedert just got extended. Avonte Maddox. Our secondary's finally kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Yeah. You don't mess that up.
Yeah.
But enough of the Texas talk. They upset the Titans. It is what it is. I don't even think AP is playing. Like he got 4 carries. Like
he got cut too. He got waived today too.
He got waived today.
Yeah, Peterson got waived.
Yeah,
everybody getting waived.
They just picked up a receiver.
Everybody getting waived.
Right when I looked it up, they just picked Golden Tate. Titans just picked up Golden Tate.
I don't like Golden Tate. I don't like him.
I don't like his attitude, man.
I don't either. Every team he's been on, he cost them something because of a penalty. I don't like that dude.
Yeah. I don't like Golden Tate.
And he was on our team too for a year. Sorry.
I'm good on him.
But all right, we're going over to this one. This one probably going to cut a little bit deeper because
Packers Vikings.
It's that guy's team. The Packers Vikings, man. This was one of those games where we said it was going to be in the air. Vita says this all the time, man. The home team in these rivalry games is just the ones that got the edge. Like,
the edge.
That's
I can't be mad at that, man.
I'm not like Kirk Cousins only threw 2 picks all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude only threw 2 picks all year, bro. Like it's just the unknown with them is they've historically just have these bad endings, bro.
Very similar to the Cardinals.
Yeah. So you're just kind of like, do I want to put stock in y'all, even though you are a well-built team, but just everything has those question marks of when y'all get back here, y'all gonna soil it again? Like, do we want to win?
They're the NFC Chargers.
Yeah.
In my
Ooh.
They're such a good team. They're a good team, like you said, every position level. They're
Yeah,
good. You're just like, yo, it just happens for them. So, yeah, it's crazy. I don't think again, Packers still take that division.
Oh yeah,
Vikings
definitely.
again,
yeah.
Vikings should be a playoff team, but again, it's just that question mark of like, man, are y'all gonna mess it up somehow? like y'all gonna get there and get bounced? Y'all gonna miss a field goal? Like you just don't know.
Yeah.
Man, we just lost to the Knicks
Oh wow. By how much?
by 3.
Cool. Covered spread.
Oh.
Cover the spread. I won my bet. Sorry, I had to cover the spread though.
It's all good. As long as somebody winning.
Yeah, I covered the spread. I won $4. I won $4.
There you go. There you go.
That's it. I
Hey,
won $4. So.
hey, Polly, how big of an impact do you think that the injury for y'all on your old line is?
Huge.
He's got 11
Elton
people
Jenkins
missing.
played. Elton Jenkins played every position on the O line for us,
That's tough.
and now we're missing him, and we don't even have Bakhtiari back yet. We don't even know when he's going to come back. So it's huge because, man, Roger's going to be running for his life the whole time with this injured toe that he had. That's really painful right now for him.
And you guys,
So
is Aaron Jones coming back?
no, he's not coming back this week.
He's gonna be with
It's a
AJ
bye
Dillon.
week after this one, right?
No guard.
Yeah, we have a bye
No
week. We have a bye
Bakhtiari.
week.
Sheesh. Who y'all got next week?
We have the Rams this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then that D line.
So I still think it's a very winnable game.
We might have to.
The Rams have showed us that when the bright lights is on, they don't show up. So
yeah, that's just that's.
We might have the same game plan that we had against the Cardinals, honestly, and just ride with that.
Well, man, we'll see what it looks like. Justin Jefferson went off. He's showing why he's one of the best young receivers in the league. Adam Thielen is clutch as always.
Kevin King, man. Oh God.
We talking about Kevin King again, very early in the year.
Oh God.
We ain't even in the playoffs saying Kevin King yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's move on to the Dolphins and the Jets. This one wasn't really a surprise. I think somebody picked the Jets. I think Deuce picked the Jets. But I mean, the Dolphins defense, they're solid.
Dolphins won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they didn't. They're not putting Tua in a position to go out there and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Dolphins have won 3 in a row now.
It's basically the same game plan as last year. Hand the ball off, throw the safe passes, lean on the defense.
Yeah.
So time of possession is, I think, went over to the Dolphins. That's a 2-8. Brought in Flacco, benched Mike James, waiting on Zach Wilson. Tough.
It's whispers that Zach Tom might be done. Like I don't think there was whispers. I don't know how true it is, but some people said that Robert Saleh, after seeing Mike White and seeing Flacco, that he was just like, yo, they just do it better than Zach Wilson. You're like, they do. You know what I'm saying? So I think because of how media, again, I don't know how he is, but how media might try to push him to that, but I don't think Robert Saleh is that dude to kind of be like, oh, I gotta play him. He's gonna play who's best.
So after seeing what Zach Wilson's capable of or incapable of at this point, it's almost he's falling into that he went to a team having to start right away syndrome. Like same thing as Tua, right? Like he got thrusted into the starting position handful of games into the season when there was absolutely nothing wrong with Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
And we saw how he stumbled through, got hurt, same as Zach Wilson. And I mean, I think it's gonna, unfortunately for him, is gonna be a blemish on him because I mean, first of all, he ain't coming from a winning program, coming from BYU, bro. Like BYU don't play anybody ever.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise at the end of the year when they're a 2-loss team in comparison to a Trevor Lawrence, where you're coming from a winning program, an NFL-driven program in Clemson. Yeah. You know what it takes to win. You know all the fundamentals of what it takes to do something.
Yeah.
And so seeing the differences in the two.
Mark Sanchez has
crazy,
something real interesting to say in thoughts to the rookie quarterbacks. He said him being a rookie and being in those markets, he said when they got to a point in this season when like they knew they were kind of out of it, he was like their game plan would be repetition. He was like, "Yo, we're gonna work on one thing all game this week." He said, "So you're gonna either be play action, your back's to the defense, and you got to come up and make your read." And he was like, "You are going to." He was like tight end cross the line. He was like, "That's you're gonna all game, all game." He was like, "So when we leave this game and we leave this week, you should have 250 total reps doing this one thing, and you'll see it against multiple different coverages." They were like, and next week we're moving to the next. Next week we're moving to the next. So
Yeah.
if I'm Jags, Jets, Bears, I would take that model. Hey, we're gonna do this every single week, every single week. So you're building, especially for the Jets and the Jazz, because you know who their coach is. We're building this so that when next year's playbook comes, we have a foundation where we're starting from. And I
Yeah.
think that's what they got to do.
You gotta get good at something, man.
Yeah.
Plus, I think Zach Wilson was the most raw quarterback coming out of college, right? Like,
Yeah, I feel like he was.
you got all the physicals. We know you can throw the hell out of the ball,
Yeah.
but can you pull back the velocity and give us a little lob over the middle linebacker in that window? You know what I mean? Give us some touch. I think I don't want to call him dumb by any means, but like IQ wise, I just don't think he's there where with the Justin Fields,
Yeah, no.
the Trevor Lawrence, even the Trey Lance is over there in San Francisco, right? Like he's in a perfect position, chilling.
Yeah.
So is Jordan Love. Jordan, this is his second straight year just chilling.
Yeah.
Perfect position.
Yep.
Thanks.
They got to do different with the quarterbacks now. I know certain cases it's you kind of need them to get in there and just get reps, but I think you got to have a plan too when you go in, and I don't think some of them are having a plan. What it seems like. So we'll have to see when he comes back specifically from injury what he's gonna look like.
There's just so many. There's so many veteran quarterbacks that are still solid. Where you can bring them in for a year, man. Like Tyrod Taylor is a perfect example. Bali brought this up earlier in the year. Every quarterback after Tyrod Taylor has been successful.
Yep.
Justin Herbert, Tyrod Taylor.
Yep.
They punctured man's lung. Justin Herbert got thrusted into the starting lineup.
Exactly.
It was like who else was it? Josh Allen.
Exactly.
Took him to the playoffs.
Yeah, got hurt. Josh Allen stepped in, took him to the playoffs. So it's like, yeah, I mean, those guys are learning something, chilling a game, handful of games, just chilling and watching, absorbing it all in. So, moving on to the Saints and the Eagles, man. Eagles came up big. Saints won 10 straight games with nobody scoring over 30 points on them. Eagles came in, dropped 40 points. Defense was amazing. My biggest concern was we got such a big lead in the first half. Going into the second half, we were just super lethargic. Like they were doing too much. They were trying to get too pretty. They were trying to do too much. Misdirection. It wasn't until they got back to the run game, got back to turning around, handing that ball off, that things started to roll for them. So, Eagles are looking good, man. I like the way we're looking right now.
You see the Taysom Hill contract?
Mm-hmm.
The between $40 to $95 million contract.
That's wild.
I wish I would have known the terms of that, but whatever the terms are, they would probably finesse that. They would probably be like, if you took 60 snaps as quarterback and stop giving them snaps at 59, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that extra money, bro.
I mean, you could tell that man's clearly frustrated sitting on the sideline when Trevor Simeon's in the game, and it's like, bro has been committed to this program for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Waited his turn, got beat out by Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston got hurt, and they signed Trevor Simeon.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but that's obviously the coaches don't. They see something that makes them uncomfortable with not making him the guy. Because again, you should know the entire system, bro. And they're not playing you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know with them. I know Peyton's a good coach. I know Thomas being out and Kamara being out is messing them up from things that he normally likes to do. So I'm I don't want to say Peyton's taking the tank approach, but somebody like one of my homies said, diehard Saints fan, was like he wouldn't mind taking Baker from Cleveland and putting Baker over there in New Orleans with Peyton.
That'd be a hell of a move.
Yeah, that'll be a good move.
I also think Deshaun Watson fits perfectly in New Orleans.
Yeah,
I just don't think they have the equity to be able to make that trade. Granted,
I don't think they have it all.
it's starting to drop. The asking price is starting to drop.
Yeah.
So you might have to give up an Alvin Kamara or a Michael Thomas. Like one of those guys got to go for if you want Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think so too.
I know this one's gonna cut deep a little bit too. Washington football team went out and beat the Panthers. It was an amazing game played by Cam with a week's worth of offensive studying into that playbook, whole new playbook, whole new system. Everybody that said Cam was washed gotta eat their words, man.
Everybody from me said this is the worst defensive game the team has played all year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hands down. 190 yards rushing. Yeah, 190 yards rushing, almost close to 200. There was like 4 times we had them in like 3rd and 15, 3rd and 25 after a sack, and they converted. You know what I'm saying? They had a touchdown before halftime. They came out of the break and got a touchdown. Like, that was a 14-point swing. The defense was just – I told you all year I bragged about this defense. And yesterday was 100%. Sunday was 100% their worst game of the year. And you could look at them and tell they was too hype off of the Cardinals game that a lot of them didn't prepare the way that they were supposed to prepare. Dante Jackson, good cornerback. He's now the number 1. Terry McLaurin tore that boy up. And I was glad he did because he was starting to act.
Yeah, he did.
When the Eagles signed the cornerback y'all did,
Maddox,
that gave him a market. So I was glad that y'all signed him and then he bummed out because now we don't have to pay him as much as we paid Maddox. So me and Deuce, hey y'all, Deuce is be tripping. He ain't never been wrong about any of our defensive players. The draft we took Luke Kuechly, I wanted Maurice Claiborne. He said take Luke. I told him I didn't want them. He said take Starr. He's been right about all the defense. 90% of the time he's right. He told me Dante Jackson was cool, wasn't it? I was like, nah, bro, he got potential. He's just a decent too, bro. It was the worst game for our defense offensively. Look, man, if my team could score 3 touchdowns, like you said, with Cam on that, defense, you got to do some better, bro. Y'all absolutely trash for that. Like, I'm frustrated with the D, but it happens to a player. I would tell y'all. I would tell y'all now. Y'all know I hate Matt Rule with an absolute passion. This team will now only go as far as the coaching will go, and I hate my coaching. So I'm gonna be living the rest of the season off of Cam highlights. You know what I'm saying? I do not trust, even though the numbers is there, I do not trust this team to put 6 good games together in a row because it's not my coach's tendency. So these things is about to, they might look great against Miami, look great against Atlanta because it's after a bye week. And then after that, when we hit this gauntlet, Matt Rule's going to bum out. So the best thing that can happen for me is Miami blows us out and this nigga gets fired before the bye week. That's the best thing that can happen. Either you got to coach better or we got to go find a better coach. And it's not in Matt Rule to coach better. So he got to go, bro.
I mean, you said this before, man. I think regardless of how bad his coaching and play calling is, he signed a guy that's going to save him. This is Cam Newton is the best Band-Aid you could have in the free agent market. When a play blows up, he did it multiple times. Yeah. Unfortunately, the unfortunate thing for him is Ron Rivera was on the other side, and he knows everything that Cam is good at. Yeah. And he said it at halftime. She did the interview with him, and he was just like, we just got to stop, the things that Cam is good at.
Yeah.
We have an idea what that is, and we're going to do that. They came out second half. That 4th down play, everybody in the stadium knew that Cam was looking to run. He made his first read, his second read, and he made up his mind that he was going to run. He made up his mind. He made up his mind before he even said hike. He said, I'm going to run the ball. That's exactly what he did.
We just got top to bottom, whole staff is college coaches, and it just shows. It just shows week in and week out, bro. They're so inconsistent, and that's not what you need. So unless they coach better, the team won't get better. and they don't coach good. They don't coach good consistently. They'll get. I told y'all they don't make adjustments. So they go in with their game plan and they live and die by it. They don't know how to make adjustments. So I can't trust them until I can trust that they'll be better just within coaching. That's it.
So
So
49ers
do
Jaguars.
y'all think if
Oh, go ahead.
Washington beats Seattle Monday night, you could believe them to make a playoff push, or you're gonna fold?
No,
No.
because they got the
Oh!
Eagles twice.
Yeah. Matter of fact, back to the Eagles and Saints real quick. Soiled or cemented?
Soiled or cemented?
Soiled. To define it, soiled means because it was a playoff implication game that the team that lost pretty much lost their chance at the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Cemented means you believe that team that won gave their chance to the playoffs.
I'm
think
gonna go with cement. No, I'm gonna go with cemented.
You
Just
go
because
soiled.
I'm gonna go with cemented because the rest of our games are our division games.
divisions.
We got Washington. We got the Giants. We still got to play the Dallas at the end of the year. But if we handle business for the next 5 weeks, that sixth week ain't gonna mean nothing. Like we can lose to Dallas, still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it cemented it. I think we finally have an identity.
I think it's cemented it. Yep.
We've never had a running identity ever. We've always had a quarterback we could lean on to throw that rock.
Yep.
But I love what I see. We're getting healthy on the O-line. Jordan Mailata is bringing a fire to the team that we ain't ever had. This man's out there trying to fight people, bro. Like,
yeah. Kevin Hart's interview was hilarious. When I saw that, this was hilarious.
Man. 49ers Jaguars. Ain't really much to talk about here, man. 49ers, hell of a defense.
Well, I think on this case there is much to talk about because there'll be a preview for next week, soiled or cemented, when they play the Vikings.
Oh, they losing that game.
I don't think so.
Is it in
It's at San Francisco. It's at Frisco.
That's your friend.
I still think they lose, man. Warm weather. You gonna bring that high powered offense to warm weather?
So you go from you lose to the Cardinals. They beat the Jags and they beat the Rams last week. So you lost to the Cardinals, you beat the Rams, you beat the Jags. You're now back into the playoff picture. Outside, you're playing the person who, if they was to beat Minnesota, that would actually launch them up to the 7th spot, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, if they beat Minnesota, if Philly wins, that should put Philly and San Francisco at 6 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because then they would have the same record and 49ers were on the tiebreaker.
Yep. I don't know if I trust. I just don't trust. So to me, it's coming down to quarterback play, right? Both solid defenses.
Yeah.
I'd give the running game advantage to the Minnesota Vikings. The receiver core I give to the Vikings. It's gonna come down to quarterback play to me. Like you got a high velocity, high risk in quarterback in Kirk Cousins, and then you got an amazing game manager in Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's like if there's too many advantages for the Vikings for me to go with Frisco.
So I think I can't disagree with you on who you say is better at what positions, but I do think, and I don't want to say that it kind of took that, but I do think because maybe Shanahan was game planning a week ahead, I would assume he would be take care of the Jags, game plan for a week ahead, and remember they just handed the ball off to Deebo Samuel too a couple of times. They will find ways to physically put the ball in Deebo and Kittle's hand and just say, "Go get us what you could get." So I'm going to base this game more so off of how involved Kittle is and Deebo. I think defensively, the 49ers at home should do. I feel like they're a good home team. They really they play better at home. You know, if this game was at Minnesota, I wouldn't give them a chance. But I think because they're at home, I think it should give them a chance. And the game got flexed from being a nighttime game because now Kansas City, Denver have the nighttime game. So they're a noon game now.
Yeah, I think what San Francisco has that Green Bay doesn't have is George Kittle. And I think that's going to be a big difference maker against the Vikings, honestly. And Devontae Adams torched Pat Pete. Torched him.
Duke it on him. Duke it on
I
him.
think Debo Samuel can do the same thing, and then add on George Kittle to that equation. I think 49ers find a way to win that. Honestly,
I think I'm
It's gonna
really
be a
gonna
high
lean
scoring
towards home.
game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards home team on this one. I think I'm gonna lean towards home because again, this just feels like one of those games where Minnesota wants to disappoint. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It almost just feels like
Coming
they're
off a
ready to
high, this
disappoint.
is almost a
Yeah,
trap
yeah.
game
It
for them.
almost feels like it. Yeah, almost feels like it.
I don't
But
know,
that'll
man.
take us to the next soiled and cemented if we're done with that.
Yep.
Bengals Raiders.
Bengals Raiders.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I just be honest. I don't like leading neither one of these dudes, bro.
Me neither. Like
they
I
didn't.
can't.
None of
I
them
don't like
impressed
neither
me
one of
at
them,
all.
bro. And when they was like, 32-13, I was like, I don't really want to give either one of them. Like,
Like all right.
I will give a Raiders a soil. I will give
Oh,
Raiders a
absolutely.
soil.
Yeah.
I would not give the Bengals a cemented though. I just
No,
can't give
they're
them.
still in the division with the Steelers, the Ravens, and the
The
Browns, who are all
Browns.
they're like a game apart. Everyone.
Yeah.
Even with as bad as the Steelers are, like they're still like a game or two behind. But let's talk about the trend, man. All of these teams that have been winning. Talk about the trend. Joe Burrow didn't do anything amazing. I know because he's on my fantasy team. They handed the ball off to Joe Mixon all game. It says right there. Joe Mixon, like they handed the ball to Joe Mixon all game.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do. Like T. Higgins didn't have to do nothing. Jamar Chase didn't have to do too much. Joe Burrow didn't have to do too much. The Raiders are just butt on defense, especially their run defense. But
Yeah.
and I just think the Raiders, in a way, in Raiders fashion, two occurrences happened that ruined their season. John Gruden gets fired. Henry Ruggs did what he did.
Yeah.
I think that is the same thing as a momentum shift when you come down and hit 2 straight threes, or you run the ball for 1st and 10s and get a first down 3 straight times. Like it's just a momentum shift.
Yep. Yeah, I think man. I'm not sold on Cincinnati at all. And I'm out on Oakland.
Okay, yeah.
But I still feel like because it's Oakland, they will find a way to try to spoil with the Chargers or with the Chiefs. Just cause, or they will try to. I don't know. I think for once they might just be overwhelmed, and I think I don't know if they want to move off Derek Carr. I'm not the type to want to move off of him, but I think it just actually might be time to move off and just to give yourself fresh feet.
You almost need to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's perfect timing, right? John Gruden's gone. Time to clean house. Ruggs is gone.
Yep.
You might as well give it up on Derek Carr. Let him go to a team where he can go and contend somewhere. Maybe even Pittsburgh. I don't even know if you give Marcus Mariota an opportunity at this point. It's just like you either go draft a quarterback or you look for somebody in the free agent market.
Yep.
Sit on Mariota for a year, maybe. You can't find nobody.
Yep.
I mean, you might even give Daniel Jones a second look. Like, give him a new home, give him a new opportunity.
Yeah, Derek Carr to the Giants. David Carr to the Giants.
Hey, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
But that'll move us into the most underwhelming game of the week, man. The most underwhelming game. I had this as a shootout. Pat Mahomes came out, didn't score one touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is probably the biggest return for the Chiefs that'll vault them into a playoff. I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'm mad as hell that I'm saying this. That'll vault them into a potential playoff situation. But the Chiefs defense, I can't believe I'm saying this either. They came out and they basically shut down a high-powered Cowboys offense.
Yeah, Chris Jones is a beast when they play him in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Jones really is a beast when they allow him to play in the middle. And he's finally back and he's playing in the middle. And he's able to be disruptive, man. So, but 19-9, I didn't expect a high-scoring game. I felt like just being Dallas's defense impressed me more than anything. That they really fought the storm and didn't allow a Mahomes touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, CD Lamb getting hurt early in the game too with a concussion, I think, was also a big
Yeah.
difference because
They
he's one of the
didn't,
receivers they
didn't
were
have
doubling.
Amari.
They
No
didn't have
Amari.
Amari.
CD
Cooper
Lamb got hurt.
CD Lamb. He got hurt at the end of the first, and I think coaching cost him to get hurt
Mm-hmm.
because you had 2 timeouts, you were in field goal range, you just made a completion, and you knew it was coming. You did a quick in, I think it was quick in, whatever it was, CD called it. You run to the line, don't call a timeout, and you're kind of almost like, I would throw a favor out here. And he throws it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of like, I would throw a favor out here if it goes out of bounds, whatever. Worst case happened, they threw a pick, they get no points out of it. Like, bro, like you could have used the timeout and had a chance at 2 really good plays before. And they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think that's Kellen Moore calls plays, Dan Quinn does defense. That's Mike McCarthy's job. You know what I'm saying? And Mike McCarthy almost soiled it with that timeout stuff against the Chargers too. You know what I'm saying? So they are missing people. Dallas is missing people. I thought they would have still won, to be honest. But I don't think it's a loss that makes me look at Dallas any different. I still think they're a really good team.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I still think they're a really good team. And just be honest, I just think Chris Jones disrupted a lot. He really did.
I mean, the whole game, CD was being doubled and it was going man on everyone else. I think that's why they had successes, because they were like, okay, CD's getting doubled. All these other receivers just got to go win their one-on-ones. Michael
they
Gallup.
wasn't even running the ball, man. Zeke only had like seven carries. Like, wasn't that much. Hey, just run the ball, bro. Just run the ball. Like, you have to run the ball.
Hey, so all of the games y'all have watched of the Chiefs, right? I've been thinking this, especially after this game. Pat Mahomes is not that dude. He's like, something's wrong with him. Like, it's almost like Space Jam. Somebody took his powers, bro. Like,
yeah, I think you go ahead, Polly, while I kind of try to process how I want to push this out.
I don't know, man. I don't really know what's wrong with Pat Mahomes either. Honestly,
it's crazy to me. Like,
he still has all his weapons healthy. Well, now they're all healthy with Clay back. I don't know.
I would almost say he has. All right, keep me honest on this. He almost has the same elite weapons that Jimmy Garoppolo does, and he's doing much, much, much less with them.
His picks could be like this every year. He just was fortunate people didn't physically catch the ball. His play style hasn't changed since he's got it. Again, he just like on a lot of that stuff, he got fortunate that some people just didn't catch the ball. Like, I remember the Patriots game like last year, like he threw 3 picks, but the corners just dropped him. They just literally dropped him. Like, their play calling is there. Teams are forcing them to be patient like they are, and it's just not being productive. And they're passing the ball at like the highest rate in the NFL, and they're just not handing off the ball.
Yeah.
Goes back to show, like, you got to run the ball, bro, and you got to keep people honest. And you're not keeping people honest. Like, you could really read some of these routes, and it's just, some of it is just to the fact that, like, their receivers are just super, super fast, though. Like, Hardeman's super fast. Tyreek takes these 3-yard stops and gets 15 out of them. Like, they have that, but they've been real inconsistent. Like, Kelsey got a lot of drops. Like, they've had a lot of stops on themselves, too. I don't think they're definitely not the team that they were these Super Bowl years and stuff. And I just think that they are who they are now, and they should be. They are a good team, but nobody's head over heels right now, especially with them. So I wouldn't even be shocked if they took an L to Denver this week.
That's a trap game. That's definitely a trap game.
Yeah.
Denver runs the hell out of that ball. They got 2 running backs that are just Melvin Gordon and who the hell's the other running back?
Monte Williams?
I think so. He starts and Melvin Gordon comes off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
But Cardinals Seahawks, man. Russell Wilson has not looked the same since he came back from that finger injury. Looking ugly, man. It's looking ugly for the Seahawks. Sitting at 3-7. Safe to say they're out of the playoff contention.
Thanks.
I mean, they can go 10-7 at the end of the year. But if we're looking at where the teams in their division is, like,
I mean, pretty crazy.
It's not happening.
It's just not possible.
Yeah.
So,
Cardinals
got the best defense in the league right now. Number 1 rated defense.
Yeah. I don't.
They haven't had D-Hop. They haven't had D-Hop for 3 games.
They haven't had Kyler for 3 games. They took the advice. Hey, we got a backup quarterback who's serviceable. Let's try to run with him until we get healthy. You know what I'm saying? They want to win.
They still don't have Edmonds.
Yeah, they want to win. The Seahawks is like, it kind of sucks to see the Seahawks like that because you're like, man, this is Russ, but maybe Russ need to take the page out too and be like, hey, I just gotta chill, bro. I just gotta chill and get right for everybody.
I'm actually really happy that DK is underperforming this year. For the fact that now you can't go get a big contract somewhere. You gotta take a mediocre 2-year, stay in Seattle. Humble yourself, hopefully. Because I think that was his biggest problem after his rookie year, man. He had a hell of a rookie season. Second year was so-so, but like he started to get big-headed. Hopefully this is humbling to him and he could just look, bro, refocus on football.
Just like Juju.
Yeah, get off your high horse, man, and focus on football, bro. Like,
They got to figure out their power structure there in Seattle. They got to figure out their power structure.
I think Pete got to go, personally. Pete's not going to go because he's in a very Mike Tomlin situation right now.
Yeah.
Pete, you got to – I think the best thing for them is one of them has to go. Pete or Russ has to go. And you just have to kind of redo it. And if you ask me, I'm keeping Russ, and I'll just find me another coach. But I think Pete should just definitely just coach and trust enough people to go do your drafting and everything, so you can get that together.
Yeah, his Eagles always gonna be there. I mean, came out with Jermaine Kearse, Earl Thomas, Campson, like all these dudes that he got were all like late round picks.
Yeah,
Bobby Wagner
put them all into the Legion of Boom. They're considered one of the best defenses ever.
And that's what I kind of notice is usually when a college coach comes out into the NFL, they draft good because they really know who's good around at that time. But then that's why a couple years down the line, they bum out because they still have this program like mine and they don't adjust that a little bit. These ain't kids. These is grown men, you know what I'm saying, who aren't on 24-hour schedules like you want them to be. So, yeah, they know everybody who's good and who's not in a draft class. But then after that, they got to deal with grown men. So it's kind of – I think that's why a lot of people don't have that type of success.
Maybe we'll see maybe we'll see some movement with the Seattle Seahawks defense going into next season, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
they got some contracts that they could unload for capital and picks if they really wanted to do it. And I think they could make it really quick, too. Like, you know what? We love you, Bobby, but we got to move you for a second and fourth. Jamal, we got to move you for a third and a fifth. You know what I'm saying?
Some of y'all got serviceable pieces.
Yeah, we got to get us some more picks, and we got to get ready to rebuild. And it can be done.
You might even be able to move DK, man. Like, move DK.
Yeah.
You might be able to keep that defense together. Move DK, so you ain't got to pay him. Maybe move Wags. I would say move Jamal Adams before you move Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Just because Jamal Adams is a very high risk taker kind of a player. But it's enough with those two, man. We'll go Steelers Chargers. Pilot, man, what's your thoughts on this game? High scoring game again. Chargers defense is continuing to disappoint. Steelers actually had accurate streak of 40 games. Nobody scoring over 30 points on them. As soon as I mentioned that, Chargers come out, score 41 to end that streak. 30-plus points.
Honestly, Chargers are not consistent enough for me to say, like, yeah, they're that team. They need a statement win, dude. honestly. Who they got this week? They got the Broncos.
No, Broncos is KC.
Who the
Who do the
Chargers have this
Chargers
week?
have? I can't think of who they got.
Let's go look at week 12.
Who do they have?
That's week
I
13.
can't see here. Still no. Who do the
Week
Chargers
12,
have?
Chargers have they do have the Broncos. Chargers,
Yeah,
Broncos. Chiefs got a bye week. Andy
the Chiefs do
Reid.
got Ben week. Yeah,
I think Andy Reid's still undefeated after a bye week.
All right.
Chargers, Broncos.
yeah. We just
Chargers.
need we just need a good sign, like a big statement win for them on both sides of the ball. Honestly,
Yeah.
going forward. So that's all I gotta say with the Chargers. They just need both sides of the ball to play good.
I need Ben to retire, personally.
Facts.
I need him to
Yeah.
retire, and I need somebody. I need them to go and sign somebody that'll bring stealing football back to where it needs to be. You know, the NFL is good when it's always good to see. You know, there's certain teams that when they're good, like the NFL is in a
NFL
good
is good.
place. And I
Yeah.
think Steelers are definitely one of those teams. They're very underwhelming right now. They got a hobbled defense. Offense is. I don't care if Juju's hurt. Juju's not that dude, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I think that whole AB exchange with him and AB when AB left was like the start of his downfall.
Yeah.
And the rest was just too much focus on TikTok, bro.
Yeah. I kind of had to watch those Steeler highlights with the Chargers. It kind of like, you know what to do. I do think Big Ben's time is up. His contract held up. He's got a John Wall contract. You know what I'm saying? It held up the team and it held up himself.
Facts.
But to physically, not physically, but to mentally do what Big Ben does and have to make the quick decisions that he has to make 35, 40 times a game passing the ball, like you have to be a smart dude to know how to do that. Because like he really is sitting there shotgun, not moving, and you know what I'm saying, as quick as he can, hitting these and trying to hit these routes. So yeah, it's you know what I'm saying. Again, I do his contract messed them and that team up. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of stuck together with that. I think his time there is done. I still don't. It's just Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, though, man. They're not going to tank. And what they're going to do is they're going to make somebody in that AFC North miss the playoffs because of
Yep.
these tiebreakers.
Oh yeah.
Somebody there is going to miss because they play each other so much. They're going to like start to mess up each other's schedule, which might make Titans and Colts slip in instead of two from the AFC North.
I just think
So
I just think they need to balance the youth over there, man. You got a whole lot of young skill players over there. You got an
yeah,
old aging Ben. You got Najee Harris at your running back. You even got a young defense.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like at some point you just got to take the L, man. You got to. I said this last year. Dwayne Haskins, go get Dwayne Haskins. If anybody can fix that dude, it's probably Mike Tomlin.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I think Mike Tomlin has what it takes to be able to change a dude like Dwayne Haskins. He hasn't got the chance because Taylor Beername is over there killing it.
yeah.
So
I think they'll pick somebody up this year because it don't seem like a lot of quarterbacks are going to go high. So I think somebody's going to fall into their lap. I
Chargers
do.
Steelers. Last game Monday night from yesterday, Bucks and the Giants. Tom Brady's been turning the ball over here late in the season, man. Been throwing some picks, careless picks too.
Throws the ball 10 times more than any other quarterback. I just heard that today. He throws the ball
Damn.
10 times more than any other quarterback. So I don't know how. It's not a bad dude to trust to do that, but I don't think you want him doing that. I think that's what's
Absolutely
happening.
not.
So you'll be like, why would y'all throw so much and y'all have such a good O line? Like, why wouldn't you run the ball more and kind of help that out? So I would be I don't want to take the focus off the Giants, but are y'all out on Daniel Jones if you're the Giants?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
yeah.
thought I would have gave him one more game to see how he performs against the Eagles this week.
I'm giving him the rest of the year. Absolutely. Like I'm gonna give you the rest of the year. We're already bad. Like we're 3-7. We're not gonna
Can't get
make
any worse.
we're not gonna make a quarterback change and get better. You know what I mean? So it's
I
like,
mean, just at the end of the year, would you be ready to make your move?
oh no, show me what
Yeah.
you got 7 games. You got 7 games to show me what you do. You also got 7 games to audition for other teams that need quarterbacks. That's basically what I'm telling Daniel Jones. Like, this is your 7 game span to audition for these other teams to make a trade for you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
because we're not gonna keep you. So
Cool. So I think that'll push us to real quick then to the Bucks going against the Colts. It's in Indianapolis this week, so I think that I do think that gives the Colts a home field advantage, but I think it helps Tampa Bay out too because they get to play indoors. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll. But who knows, man? Tampa Bay's been pretty getting banged up here. So the
I think
next week,
Colts are just hitting
yeah,
stride at the right time, man.
I think they're hitting a stride at the right time. But I do think if there's anybody who can put a halt to that, it would. Again, this is a very, very interesting matchup.
I feel
It's a
like
very interesting matchup.
from what I've seen, I've put too much faith in Brady throughout the season to where he's disappointed me. Because it's not Brady's fault. You know what I mean? Coaching is coming into it. You're not running the ball. Your defense is just not what it was when your Super Bowl run was happening. So either this is going to be the game that catapults the Bucks into playoff mode, or it's going to be the game that vaults the Colts into playoff mode. Whoever comes out of this game with a win is going to be in playoff mode, and they're going to say, "Bet, we're ready for every single game coming. We're ready for the playoffs." And I think that's going to be the Colts.
I got the Bucks, and I have the Bucks because if there's anybody who's going to stop a running game, it's going to be Devin White in the linebacking core, and I think they know how to stop a running game when it comes down to it. I think this game is really going to come down to Wentz because I think Lovie Smith is over there and is like, "Yo, we are going to make Wentz have to play this game." So I think Taylor's going to have a tough time this game. He's still going to be productive, but we're going to have to see what type of plays Frank Wright is going to call against Lovie Smith that's going to protect Wentz. Wentz could do some amazing things. Wentz could do some dumb things. You live and you die by it. We love it. I think if he could find the right play calling to keep them balanced, it'd be cool. And attack that team when you get a chance too, because that secondary ain't that good.
Yeah, Jack Doyle might have a hell of a game this week.
Yeah,
Jack Doyle's going to eat.
Yeah, find a way to. I don't know how, but I think this will be a game that the focus really will be on Carson.
Yeah,
hope so because I'm starting him this week.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be on Carson.
Another game with some playoff implications.
Titans Pats.
7-4, 8-3. I think the Pats clearly win that. To me, it's
yeah, man.
Like you got a Belichick disciple on the other side, bro. Like Belichick don't let the people that come off his coaching staff beat him too often.
And he's at extra time. And he's at extra time because they had the Thursday night game. Bro, he had a couple extra days to see. So I got the Pats on this one. Also myself.
Do you think if the Colts win this week against the Bucks and the Titans lose, do you think the Colts end up winning the division?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even with their 2 losses against Titans.
No, you know what? No, yeah.
Yes.
They don't have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I just can't see Tennessee falling off that much.
Based on who the Colts have the rest of the season. Right, so if we look at the rest of their season, look at who they have. But they got Tampa, Houston. They got to play New England. Arizona, Las Vegas, Jacksonville. 2 of those games are potential losses. So they're finishing the season what? If they win against the Bucks, they'll be 10-7. If they win out, if they go 4-2 for the last 6 games.
Yeah.
And then who else are we talking about? The Titans. Titans right now are 8-3. I think they go in there. They're gonna take a L to
Take a loss.
They're gonna take a
Eight,
loss
the
to
8 and
New
4.
England. Gonna beat Jacksonville. I think Pittsburgh is gonna be a trap game after they blow out Jacksonville. Pittsburgh's gonna be that game that Pittsburgh's just gonna punch them in the mouth. They're gonna be in Pittsburgh. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be snowing. They got a San Francisco team that's hitting their stride. I think they lose to Pittsburgh and San Francisco. And then at Miami, Houston. Houston, obviously, man, being a division game, that's always going to be a tough game. I think they beat Miami, man, but I think they end the season with 3 losses. But they might be 11-6 at the end of the year.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the only ones I can clearly say.
Honestly, from what I see, I think
Damn, I really can't. I can't give them a
the-
loss after the Pats game.
yeah, I think they win out if they lose to the Pats. Honestly,
It's a short week. It's
Yeah?
a short week week against Frisco, and it's at home.
yeah, I think they win out, man, because that's more favorable than what the Colts have.
I don't
So
know, man.
with,
I just don't trust Tannehill, man. Tannehill been playing like butt the whole season.
I don't trust Tannehill, but I trust Vrabel.
Let's be real, right? Like, if you
Mhm.
remove Tannehill and you put in a backup quarterback, Derrick Henry is still winning those games for you.
Yeah.
They're handing the ball off 30 plus times a game.
So I in the
I think that's the difference.
no matter. So I think I could see after the Pats because they get a bye week, and I think Vrabel and Tannehill and them will get good enough to where, yeah, maybe one more loss after the bye week, but I can really see them probably winning out due to schedule, but then being a first round exit to whoever they play in the playoffs.
yeah, I see that.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Especially
We'll get to see. Yeah, we'll get to.
especially if
we get to-
Indianapolis can beat Tampa
Yeah,
and then be on their stride for the rest of the season and only lose to maybe New England again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think Kyler DeAndre is gonna come back. Gonna have Edmonds back by that time. They're gonna have to knock off a little bit of rust. I don't think they just come in and get back to high powered.
Yeah.
I think those last 3 games for Arizona is gonna be essential for them to just figure it out. And I think they're gonna be willing to take a loss around that time. They're gonna be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get out there. Let's go through some reps. Let's make sure we're getting our reps together. If we win, we win. If not, we're still in first place going into the
Okay, so
playoffs.
Arizona is a night game, and New England is a night game. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
It's so crazy. We got so many playoff matchups like at this part of the year.
You had
So
the Chargers and the Broncos is another one.
Mhm.
Rams and Packers is gonna be huge.
yeah.
Let's actually talk about that one. Rams and Packers. We got a battered O line for the Green Bay Packers.
Battered defense for the Packers.
Battered defense for the Packers. A very underwhelming Rams team on defense.
Mhm.
Very underwhelming. The record doesn't the record doesn't say underwhelming, but I think those 3 losses to the team that they lost to
Mhm.
is more so what's saying it's underwhelming.
Yeah. So this
see.
game has more implications for the fact that if the Rams lose, which I'm picking the Packers to win because it's at home, it's Rodgers, it's the floor, I trust them way more than I trust the combination of McVay and Stafford. If the Rams lose, they will be playing on the road for the entire playoffs. Because the Cardinals
They don't want that.
or because the Cardinals or the Packers will get the number 1 seed. The Rams still got to see a couple people too. So the Rams, if you come off a bye week and lose to the Packers, look, this is as important for them. This is as important for them because you should be coming off hitting your stride, figuring something out.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's the case. So if the Rams lose this game, they will be on the road in the playoffs. They're not going to be playing.
I think they game plan around more of Matt Stafford because Matt Stafford been struggling around Aaron Rodgers his whole career.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
it's gonna be a big game for him, honestly, for him. So if he
I mean,
doesn't come and show out with the players he have, I don't see much difference for him.
can't forget that they're gonna have an Odell Beckham that's 2 weeks into the program now, 2 weeks into the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be playing a whole lot more snaps. I think he only played like 25% of the snaps his first game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
going into your playoff picture, your cemented or soiled Week 12 preview. The first team you have on there is Chargers and the Broncos, man. Cemented or soiled coming into these two teams.
I think again, I'm with Bale on the Chargers' inconsistency of it. I'm more hopeful because Herbert's proven more than Burrow and more than Derek Carr. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of looking at this game like Chargers absolutely need to win more so than the Broncos. I think the Broncos are just kind of filling out. But yeah, the Chargers
They just
need to
playing
win.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chargers need to win. They don't want to drop this one. You don't
Yeah.
want to drop this one if you're the Chargers.
I think this is a trap game for the Chargers.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at historically throughout the season, Chargers have not been able to stop the run. That's what Denver does best.
Yeah.
They run the ball. First 2 quarters, coming into the third quarter, they play action heavy with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is great when he has a great running game. He's great when he has a great running game. So it's a trap. I'm gonna still pick the Chargers because I like Burrow. I like what Austin Eckler's been able to do. I like what the defense is starting to do, but they just it's gonna be a real close game. I think it's gonna come down to a field goal, personally.
Yeah. I think it'll still be a real close game at the end of it.
Yeah, this will be, to me, this will be one of the games throughout the season that's gonna go against the grain of running. Broncos probably gonna run the ball for 200 yards. Chargers are probably running for like 100, but they're gonna be primarily throwing the ball, and I think they're gonna win based on Herbert's arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with Vita. The Chargers definitely need to win this in order to be cemented.
Yep. The
The
other one was Vikings 49ers.
Yeah,
Vikings. We talked about that one.
Vikings 49ers.
So the 49ers need to win this way more than the Chargers do to become cemented because you guys are now working in late.
I think both teams need to. This is probably their biggest game of the year, honestly.
The Vikings don't. Yeah.
Vikings lose. It's gonna be hard, man, to get back to that 6 or 7 seed. Because the 49ers are currently they're the 8 seed right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're outside looking in. So
yeah,
Vikings lose. They lose that tiebreaker between them. So that's all I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The Vikings got to win this way more than the Chargers. I don't think the 49ers worried about a loss because I think they could still figure out how to get there. They've just been. I don't know how the hell they do it, but they've been doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
That'll take us into our last segment of the day, man. We're not gonna worry about taking a look at the rest of the games for this week. We're gonna hop into Vita's last segment, which is why you keep lying.
Why you keep lying?
Why you keep Detroit
lying? Why you always lying? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And this is really the segment we probably should have kept more for the offseason, so we could have really went more into it. A quick glance.
We're gonna revisit it. This gonna be
we
halfway
can
through the
revisit it.
season.
We can revisit it when we get through. So I'll post a couple questions to kind of end this since we went a little longer. We answered one, but we'll go back to it. If Dan Campbell goes winless, would you fire him or would you give him another year?
I'll give him another 2 years.
Give him another 3.
Yeah, 2-3 years.
3?
You gotta you gotta establish an identity. You have to. It's the last time they actually had an identity was when Megatron was there. They're 5-6 years removed from that.
Cool.
So I don't know. I'm a firm believer in give a coach a couple of years, establish something, and let him figure it out, man. Like, I'm glad the Miami Dolphins didn't fire Brian Flores last year.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're committing to him this year and next year. Let the man establish something, man. Let him build
Yeah.
something over there.
Would you continue forward into next year with Jared Goff?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think you have to. I think you have to. Because if we're gonna ask this dude to go and build an identity and build a team, Jared Goff is young enough, experienced enough. He may not be as talented as everyone touted him coming into the NFL, but I think he's got the experience you're not gonna get from any other quarterback. I think you still draft a quarterback. Let him sit for 2-3 years behind Jared Goff. You're not gonna get any playoff experience like Jared Goff has.
Yeah.
In any other quarterback. And I think that's extremely valuable to a team that's trying to build an identity. And I mean, if you think about it, Aaron Rodgers is on his way out of this conference.
Yeah.
The only other challenge you're gonna really have is Justin Fields over there. That's the only other. This is an open conference. This is an open conference division. As soon as Aaron Rodgers leaves, we all know Aaron Rodgers is gone next year.
Yeah.
And he has owned this conference.
Yeah.
So I think you gotta continue with him.
Yeah.
Early pick, number 1 pick, BPA. And if you go BPA right now, who would you take? Would you go quarterback or would you trade back if possible? Early
The first pick?
Right now, they got slotted for the number 1 pick.
Number 1 pick.
Would you go BPA? And if you was, who would you take? Would you go quarterback or would you move back to try to acquire more draft capital?
I'm moving back and acquiring draft capital.
I think we move back because I think they got enough young talent on their team, and with the grit of Dan Campbell, mixed into that, I think it just helps if you move back for them.
Yeah, I definitely think you move back for a couple picks. If I'm thinking about this team, especially with Dan Campbell, man, like, you go and get some later draft picks, you go get dudes that got chips on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Because I think if you pick a quarterback early, you almost got that pressure on you to every week. When are you going to put this quarterback in? When are you going to? That's going to be it's going to be an immediate nightmare, man. Like, but I think you go and get some dudes later in the draft. It's a very Pete Carroll-ish situation over there.
Yeah.
Where it's like you get some dudes with a chip on their shoulder, man. They gonna come out and play.
Gotcha. Me, this draft specifically, I will go BPA, and I would take Kayvon Thibodeau, and I'd be like, I need you to come. I would take him number 1. I would take him number 1, and I would hope if he becomes the player that I think he could become, then he would have a corner piece that will be like J.J. Watt did for Houston. When I have a team that I look at like Detroit, who's just a lot of younger guys trying to, in the coaching staff, I want to take the most guaranteed best player I can find. And I think, and again, we don't know how quarterbacks work out, but I think Thibodeau at his best would be better than any quarterback at their best in this draft. So unless there's only 2 options, I would take trading back, and it would have to be one of those teams that have multiple picks in the top 10. I'm not going to move back too far because I like Kyle Hamilton and I like Derek Stingley from LSU cornerback. And if I can't grab one of them, or if I don't have somebody who I know that I want, then I'll trade back. But I think Thibodeau's that dude. I think Kayvon's that guy.
Lions.
In my opinion, Thibodeau's like he's on like the same path as like Jadeveon Clowney, honestly, for me. Injury wise and stuff, I think it derails his career, honestly.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't really.
There's another guy, Hutchinson, Michigan dude, that people have been talking about a lot, and I watched him. I was like, yo, dude's got a nonstop motor.
And that's coming from a Ducks fan.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, seeing him play, I think injury really does derail his career.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a great player. But I think as a Ducks fan too, every Ducks game I watch, I'm not seeing him be as dominantly disruptive as I would like him to be for them to be talking about him being the number one pick. And that may just be the way the draft is set up, right? There's not anybody that's like blowing the socks off of anybody this year.
This is the first draft in a long time where like in the top 10, over like 6 spots in the top 10 is defense and no quarterbacks. So this isn't a draft that I would take, but if I'm not absolutely sold on a quarterback in a plan, I think I'm gonna just take the best guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the highest ceiling. And even if that means like I gotta pull a Ben Simmons, be like, yo, you're just not gonna play that much in the beginning. We're gonna make sure you're 100% healthy. Like that will be the plan. Because as a Detroit owner, I will be ready to be making another top 5 pick the following year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thibodeau has
I would look at a Bryce Harper or a DJ who will be coming out in 23 the following draft. So I'm making my pick this year, knowing that the following year I'm looking at another top 5 pick.
I think Thibodeau has a potential for sure, but I think unfortunately for him, the scheme that he's in with the Ducks, they put this man in pass covers too much.
Yeah,
like he can be disruptive as a DN, primarily as a DN, but I think they put him into they're trying to put him into this hybrid linebacker Von Miller type role, where Von Miller really moved out to a weak side linebacker now.
Yeah,
I don't like it, and I think that's what's biting us in the ass as the Ducks and and to his development personally.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, yo, I know they can be versatile, but just send that man after the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
just send that man. I can find somebody else to go out.
He's great at stopping the run. He's great at setting the line of scrimmage, setting the edge. Like
it's just like Melvin Ingram when he went to the Steelers. They put him too much in coverage. He's more of a pass rusher, and when he went to the Kansas City Chiefs, he's excelling in pass rushing right now with Chris Jones and all the rest of the pieces they got. So
they're just trying to do too much with it, man. Like
yeah.
Lead a man at the line of scrimmage.
That's why I will go BPA this draft right now. We'll see when the scouts come out with quarterbacks, because I'm making my pick this year knowing I'm aiming for another top 5 next year.
That makes sense.
That's why I'm gonna make my BPA pick, because I'm like, hey, you know what? You got one more year to bomb, figure this out, get some of these guys together. Next year we'll go get our quarterback, we'll readjust our plan, depending on who falls to us from there. Yeah, but top 5, 2023 draft, you got Bryce and DJ will be in that draft, and a couple other guys. So we'll be able to see from there. So that's it right there, man. Just a quick look at the Lions. I probably think we should hold the rest to the offseason, because we'll be able to get a little more deeper into them. His playoff picture is gonna be crazy over the next couple of weeks, man.
Yeah, because there's a lot of division games. Finally here.
The Lions are about to be trap games for everybody. So they could pull off a string of wins, man. You never know. They might not be the first.
You never know.
Any given
I wouldn't
Sunday.
I wouldn't want to though. Like, that's kind of, you should be allowed as the Lions fans to take this loss, man. I wouldn't want to win.
Yeah,
but I get it.
They got Chicago, Minnesota, Denver, Arizona. I mean, there's only like 2 games in there that they're probably going to win. It's Atlanta and Seattle. They got some heavy hitters in the end of their schedule, so they could go 0-15, 0-16
and 1.
Yes.
Tough.
Yeah. That shit with these games is weird. I'm not gonna say it's weird. It's just they took a preseason game away.
That'll wrap it up, man. That'll wrap it up for the first session of NFL this week. We're gonna have another one on Thursday. Thanksgiving special. We might have a plate of food with us, man. You never know.
Oh yeah, we will.
Hopefully we get we'll try to get Killer Cepho on here. We'll see if 10 Toes Deuce is available.
Yeah.
But any closing thoughts from y'all going into week 13? We're probably gonna be watching the Thursday game on here. At least the score, because I ain't trying to get blocked by YouTube.
Yeah.
And Twitch.
We'll be definitely keeping up with the score. We'll definitely keep up with the score.
We'll be watching the play-by-play.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I'm good. I'm good. No final thoughts. We got it all out.
Yeah.
Great episode recap for week 11, man. We'll see y'all next week for episode 24. I think it's landing. Oh, episode 24 for Thanksgiving. So we'll see y'all
Yep.
in 2 days on the 25th for episode 24.
Let's go.
Yeah,
All
sir.
right. Yeah, ciao.